An old criminal investigator's tale, the haunting secrets of Willow Creek. In the dense, misty forests of Oregon lies Willow Creek, a town steeped in secrets, where every shadow seems to whisper and every breeze carries the weight of untold stories. For years, the townspeople have lived under the quiet dread of inexplicable disappearances, eerie apparitions, and dreams that bleed into waking life. Yet no tale is as chilling or personal as the one that follows Emily Carter, a young woman returning to the place she once called home. As old wounds resurface and long-buried truths claw their way to light, Emily finds herself entangled in a web of deceit, betrayal, and supernatural forces. This is not just a story of a haunted town. It's a story of justice, revenge, and the ghosts that refuse to be forgotten. Emily Carter had always been plagued by a recurring dream. Since childhood, she dreamt of a woman in a flowing white dress holding a gleaming silver locket. This woman would laugh and play hide-and-seek near an old stone bridge, only to vanish beneath it, leaving Emily searching in vain. As she grew older, the dream became less frequent but never completely vanished. Now 28, Emily had returned to Willow Creek to teach English at the local high school. One crisp autumn afternoon, during a home visit with a student, Emily's attention was drawn to a photograph on the mantel. It was a picture of the student's mother, a woman with a familiar face and a warm, haunting smile. Emily's breath caught in her throat. The woman in the photo looked exactly like the one from her dreams. When Emily asked about the woman, the student quietly explained that her mother had died in a tragic accident when she was a child. Emily felt a chilling connection she couldn't explain, a feeling that lingered long after she left the house. Haunted by the memory of the photograph, Emily couldn't shake the feeling that her dreams were more than figments of her imagination. She visited her grandmother, Margaret, who had lived in Willow Creek all her life. Over a pot of herbal tea, Emily described her recurring dream. Margaret's expression darkened. "That sounds like Laura Thompson," Margaret said softly. "She lived down the road when you were little. Always wore white dresses and had a silver locket. She loved children and used to babysit you." Emily's stomach tightened. Margaret continued, "Laura died in an accident years ago. Fell off the old stone bridge near the Thompson estate. They said it was an accident, but people always whispered otherwise." Emily couldn't ignore the unsettling coincidences. Was her dream a buried memory of Laura, or was something more sinister at play? Determined to uncover the truth, Emily ventured to the old Thompson estate. The property was cloaked in decay, vines choked the stone walls, windows were shattered, and the once proud gardens had become wild. Beyond the estate, the old stone bridge arched over a dry, rocky creek bed. Emily felt the air grow colder as she approached. Her footsteps echoed eerily on the bridge. As she peered beneath it, something glimmered in the dirt. Emily knelt and uncovered a rusted silver locket. With trembling hands, she pried it open to reveal a faded photograph of Laura Thompson holding a toddler, Emily herself. Suddenly, Emily heard a faint rustle behind her. Spinning around, she caught sight of a shadow slipping behind the trees. The air grew thick, and she felt an invisible presence watching her. Was it Laura or something far more sinister? Emily's discovery awakened something. Her nights became plagued by restless sleep. Shadows seemed to move on their own, and faint whispers called her name. The air in her home grew heavy, oppressive. Laura's presence wasn't malevolent, it felt like a desperate plea. Yet strange symbols began appearing around her house, drawn in ash on her windows, etched into her doorframe. Emily feared that someone or something was warning her to stop digging. Seeking answers, Emily approached Marcus Reed, a retired detective who had once investigated Laura's death. Marcus lived in near isolation, his cabin deep in the woods. At first, he refused to discuss the past, but Emily's determination broke through his defenses. Laura was getting too close to something dangerous, Marcus admitted. Her family had secrets, illegal land deals, money laundering. Laura planned to expose them. Then she was gone. Emily realized Laura wasn't haunting her. She was guiding her to finish what she started. Seeking answers, Emily approached Marcus Reed, a retired detective who had once investigated Laura's death. Marcus lived in near isolation, his cabin deep in the woods. At first, he refused to discuss the past, but Emily's determination broke through his defenses. Laura was getting too close to something dangerous, Marcus admitted. Her family had secrets, illegal land deals, money laundering. Laura planned to expose them. Then she was gone. Emily realized Laura wasn't haunting her. She was guiding her to finish what she started. Emily scoured town records and old newspapers, uncovering evidence Laura had hidden: ledgers, property deeds, and threatening letters. All signs pointed to Laura's brother, Charles Thompson, who had been embezzling family funds and threatening anyone who got in his way. But the deeper Emily dug, the more dangerous her life became. She received anonymous phone calls filled with static and distorted voices warning her to leave. Her car brakes failed on a narrow mountain road, a near-fatal accident that wasn't an accident at all. Emily confronted Charles at the decaying Thompson estate. He laughed off her accusations until she revealed the documents she had found. His face darkened, but it was too late. Emily had already given the evidence to Marcus, who had alerted the authorities. But Charles wasn't ready to go down quietly. One stormy night, Emily returned home to find her living room ransacked, a chilling note left behind. Some secrets should stay buried. Emily realized she was now a target. Despite the danger, Emily pressed on. She uncovered a hidden basement beneath the Thompson estate, filled with more damning evidence: ledgers documenting bribes, and a blood-stained scarf Laura had worn the day she died. It was enough to convict Charles and his accomplices. Emily returned to the stone bridge one last time, Laura's locket clutched in her hand. She placed it gently on the cold stone. "It's over now," Emily whispered. A soft breeze stirred the leaves, and the oppressive cold dissipated. Emily felt a profound peace settle over her. Yet as she turned to leave, a faint, familiar laugh echoed through the trees, a reminder that some stories never truly end. And in Willow Creek, the past is never truly buried.